Rudy Salam Sinolinga. I'm sorry if I'm unable to pronounce it correctly. I would like to introduce them. He or she is Mr. Sorry, I don't know whether the name is he or she. If you can just come over the screen and we can have a look.
Navleen, it's he.
He, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So he's Rudy Salam Sinolinga. He's an MPD. He has been experiencing as an English teacher for more than 10 years, and he's working as an English lecturer for more than 5 years. He also teaches in some English courses, especially teaching English speaking, English grammar, and English for specific purposes too. And he is an English translator and English interpreter also. So English to Indonesian, he does translate, and Indonesian to English language. He has been doing many programs, especially in seminars and workshops. He's often invited as a speaker in seminars or workshops. He has been training many teachers, employees, and students. To develop his skills, he also likes to attend many, many events, especially about teaching English, communication skills, outbound training, and leadership. Wow, that's so many feathers in your hat. So let's invite Mr. Rudy. Please, the stage is all yours. Let's have some insights from you too. Okay, I think he has shared his screen. Sir, can you listen to us? Could you please?
Hello, good evening, Miss. Good evening.
Good evening.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Am I audible?
yes, you're audible, sir. You're
Am I
audible.
audible?
Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead. The stage is all yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening from Indonesia. Good evening from Indonesia. Good from Indonesia. I'm Rudy Sinolinga, as explained before by our moderator. On these occasions, I'm going to explain the topic, but I only use one slide. Okay. So my topic is about top 10 solutions to cut poverty and grow the middle class. As we know that poverty is one of the greatest problems in the world. Okay. So poverty has been creating many problems among the people. I think every country has this problem, and this problem also is one of the issues that has been told in the SDGs, right? Let me explain one by one. How to give the solution or to cut the poverty. The first one, as you can see from the slide, the first one is by create jobs. As the politicians, okay, in the campaigns, they always promise that after having the positions as the president, as the vice president, they will talk about how to create jobs. As we know that creating many jobs or more jobs, it can help the people around the countries or around the globe to reduce the poverty. The best pathways out of the poverty is well-paying job. To get back to the precisions of employment levels, we must create at least 5.6 million new jobs every year. So it can be done to kickstart job growth now. So the federal government should be able to invest in the infrastructure by rebuilding the bridges, the building railways, roads, ports, schools, and libraries, and many more. So by expanding the broadband, especially developing the renewable energy sources, it can help us, and it can make other common sense investments that create jobs and boost our national economy. That is why our country needs investments. I think every country needs investments or investor. So if we have many problems in our country, I think there will be less investor that they are going to invest. If we have less investors, it means less jobs, right? If we have less jobs, there will be more problems. This is the first one. And the second one is raise the minimum wage. Every country or every region has the levels of the wage, especially in my country, between the wage for the city, regions, and national. So every country has policies or standards how to the wage to all the laborers. Not so anymore. The current federal minimum wage, especially in the USA, is $7.25. So this is about the cause of the poverty. But hopefully that every government try to give the more wage to all the employees by having more the levels of the wage. It can help to make the welfare or to create the welfare among the employees. By having welfare among the employees, it can help them to reduce the poverty among the around the globe. I think in this world there are some countries living under the standards of the wage. But I think for in my country, especially about the salary, about the wage, there are many Indonesian people go to Malaysia because of what? Because the level of the wage in Malaysia is better than Indonesia. So this is the reality. And for example, if Indonesian people go to the Europe or maybe America, so Europe has better level of the wage or the salary. It means by having more levels of the salary, it can help to reduce the poverty. And the next one is increase the EITC for child workers. What is EITC? It earn income tax credits. So it can help all the peoples, all the workers to have more welfare in their lives. Kids who receive the EITC are also more likely to graduate from the high school and have higher earnings in adulthood. So yet childless workers largely miss out on the benefit. Their maximum credit is less than 1/10 that awarded to workers with 2 children. So how to solve the problem? I think there are many ways that can be done by our government. Even though in India, I think they have the standard minimum of the salary for every worker. I think one city and another city has the differences, especially how to give the salary. And the next point is separate pay equity. Sometimes there are differences how to give the salary to the women or the man. But I think in Indonesia right now, there is that similarity, the similar or the same standard, even though you are women, you are man, but we talked about the quality in our working area. So our boss, especially in the company, they are women. So director in the universities or many universities in Indonesia, there are many women as director, as the leaders in every company. And the next one is provide paid leave and paid 6 days. How to solve the problem? Paid leave is an important anti-poverty policy. It can help. Having a child is one of the leading causes of economic hardships. Additionally, nearly 4 in 10 private sector workers and 7 in 10 low-wage workers, their family and the medical insurance live at how all the companies must be able to cover all the health of the employees, all the workers, even though there are many problems in the reality that not every company can be able to cover all the needs, especially the health of the workers. They only need their energy, they only need their effort, but they cannot able to cover their needs, especially for the policies of the health. So this is the problem. So let's try to develop these policies. The next one is establish work schedule that work. How to be able to make like this one? By having low wage and hourly jobs increasingly come with unpredictable and constantly shifting work schedule. So further, these things many of us take for granted, such as scheduling a doctor's appointment or even a parent-teacher conference and school. So we are going to make a good schedule. If a boss meets members, they must be able to collaborate each other to get the benefits, to get the best result from the working area. The skills that work X would require that workers receive 2 weeks of advance notice of their schedules. So we need the time, space time to be able with our family, with our colleges and many more, and it can be able to provide the guaranteed pay for cancel or shorter leaves. And the next one is invest in affordable, high quality child care and early education. So it's very important for all the countries. Federal child care assistance reach only 1 in 6 eligible children. So 1 year of child care for an infant costs more than a year of tuitions, and the most days 4 years probably of colleges. And for poor families who pay out of a pocket for child care, spend average of 1/3 of their incomes. So by boosting investments in the Head Start and the child care and the development block grants, as well as the passing the Strong Start in the America, so which would invest in the preschool. So it means about the standard of education, the companies also must be able to cover the quality of the education, especially for the childhood time. And the next one is expand Medicaid. So the governments, the companies must be able to expand about the medical needs for all the workers. Increase our limited household income for other basic needs like paying rents and then putting food on the table. Like having health coverage is also important buffer against the economic consequences. And studies list Medicaid covers not only to improve health but improve access to healthcare services. For every worker, they will need the quality of the service, especially for health service. In the reality, not every worker can get the quality of the health. They sometimes feel the difficulties how to get the quality of the health. In our country, many people go to Penang, Malaysia, if you know, because the quality, the standard of the quality in Malaysia, especially Penang, is better in our country. So this is the problem. I told the reality. Malaysia, I think, is higher about the quality of the health because of what? Because they can be able to responsible how to treat, how to save all the people that come from different countries. The next one is reform the criminal justice system and enact policies that support successful re-entry. And in this addition to common sense of the sentence reform, to ensure that we no longer fill our nation's prisons with not violence, low-level offenders, policymakers should be explored to the alternative incarcerations, such as the diversion programs for individuals with mental health and substance abuse challenges. And like this one, if we are aware that poverty also has been making the levels of the criminals grow up. So if the poverty takes place in our area, it means the criminal activities will be happening in our surrounding. If you are poor, if you don't eat, automatically you will do anything to get food, right? So this is the reality. If you are poor, okay, if you are poor, if you are hungry, if you are starving, you can do anything to get food or to get drinks. This is the reality. So how to solve the poverty? There must be good collaborations with the government, with the people, by making the policies. For example, if I talk about the policies in my countries, they promise that all the poor people will be saved by the country, by the government. But in reality, if you go to that, if you are on the way on the street, right, for example, and then there will be traffic jam or maybe traffic light. Okay, there are many people try to ask for money. So how to solve this problem? We cannot do it one by one, but let's collaborate how to make by having the quality of the education. And the last one is do not harm or do no harm. The across-the-board spending cuts known as the sequestrations, which took effect in 2013, and then slash funding for programs and services that provide vital support to low-income families. So, and it should protect and strengthen vital programs such as sections like by having the housing and then supplementing the nutrition assistance programs and formerly known as the food stamp. As the conclusions of this, my point of view is it is not only possible for every country to cut the poverty, but it is possible for us to cut poverty dramatically. By taking the data between 1959 and then 1973, a strong economy, investment in family economic security, and the civil rights protections have cut the U.S. poverty rate in half. So by having more investors or by having investments in nutrition assistance, it can help to improve the educational attainment. So by having the quality education, we will get better quality of life. We can reduce the poverty. As we know that by having the good level of education, it can change our mindset. So not automatically if we have the higher education, then we will be rich. But the differences between the person who has been educated and then not educated, this is about the changing the mindset. When we talk about something for educated person, they will know, they will be able how to solve the problem. One of the skills in the 21st century is how to solve the problem. So every educated person must be able to solve, especially poverty is one of the problems in the world. So let's collaborate by giving the positive impact, by collaborating, by sharing, and many more. So I think poverty, this is a process. I think not very easy to finish or to end this situation, but let's try from the small things. I think that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rudy, Mr. Rudy. I mean, I am so impressed that, we have international speakers too. And this poverty is not just a problem for our country, India, but it's all over the world. That's why, UNO has created
Yes.
Sustainable Development Goals, and everyone is working on it. And we, of course, we aim to achieve these goals by 2030. And every country, developing country, should just get over with it, that we should all unite together and pray, and with our actions we can of course rule out this poverty. And thank you, Mr. Rudy, you were awesome, and you have poured in such valuable suggestions, the way how to overcome these problems. Like, of course, touching the topic on the leaves, that is an important thing, because these people who are working, they also need sick leaves, and their salaries, they do get cut, and at the end they are just left with nothing. So thank you, Mr. Rudy, for coming to our platform and sharing your views. Thank you, and big applause for you. Thank you.